بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا Muhammad وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, today this is a special edition of a program that we want to use to assist masajid in general, but more so for new masajid that they have been established and they need different types of assistance. It's not only financial, but any assistance that we can provide, we should do as Muslims. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Brother Tagu, Brother Hassan, how did you appear out of nowhere like that?
Assalamu Alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. I have not invited you guys yet.
Yeah, I heard that you have a program that they can help the small masjid.
I know, but I just said this to myself. No one else heard it. It's not even online, subhanallah. How did you get here? Okay. I don't even have chairs for you guys. I was planning to do this alone. Subhanallah. All right, so you appeared out of nowhere, and so did the chairs. Okay, I'm impressed. Make sure we do fundraising for you guys and get it out of here. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So I'm glad you brought Brother Hassan with you, though.
Yeah, Alhamdulillah. So we are blessed also in our Masjid Alikhlas.
MashaAllah.
Allah sent him to us.
Subhanallah.
So there are a lot of nice story behind it. So we can share with you.
Inshallah. But mashallah, he has a beautiful voice. Remember last time we met at
the Monday night?
Yeah. He recited Quran. I still have it recorded. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. So I suggest, since Brother Hassan is with you, we start with the Quran. Because anything you start with Quran, inshallah, will be beneficial for all, inshallah.
Ameen.
Inshallah. All right, Brother Hassan. So whenever you're ready, Bismillah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم من ذا الذي يقرض الله قرضا حسنا فيضاعفه له أضعافا كثيرة والله يقبض ويبسط وإليه ترجعون ألم تر إلى الملأ من بني إسرائيل من بعد موسى إذ قالوا لنبي له ابعث لنا ملكا نقاتل في سبيل الله قال هل عسيتم إن كتب عليكم القتال ألا تقاتلوا قالوا وما لنا ألا نقاتل في سبيل الله وقد أخرجنا من ديارنا وأبنائنا فلما كتب عليهم القتال تولوا إلا قليلا منهم والله عليم بالظالمين وقال لهم نبيهم إن الله قد بعث لكم طالوت ملكا قالوا أنى يكون له الملك علينا ونحن أحق بالملك منه ولم يؤت سعة من المال قال إن الله اصطفاه عليكم وزاده بسطة في العلم والجسم والله يؤتي ملكه من يشاء والله واسع عليم وقال لهم نبيهم إن آية ملكه أن يأتيكم التابوت فيه سكينة من ربكم وبقية مما ترك آل موسى وآل هارون تحمله الملائكة إن في ذلك لآية لكم إن كنتم مؤمنين فلما فصل طالوت بالجنود قال إن الله مبتليكم بنهر فمن شرب منه فليس مني ومن لم يطعمه فإنه مني إلا من اغترف غرفة بيده فشربوا منه إلا قليلا منهم فلما جاوزه هو والذين آمنوا معه قالوا لا طاقة لنا اليوم بجالوت وجنوده قال الذين يظنون أنهم ملاقو الله كم من فئة قليلة غلبت فئة كثيرة بإذن الله والله مع الصابرين ولما برزوا لجالوت وجنوده قالوا ربنا أفرغ علينا صبرا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين فهزموهم بإذن الله وقتل داود جالوت وآتاه الله الملك والحكمة وعلمه مما يشاء ولولا دفع الله الناس بعضهم ببعض لفسدت الأرض ولكن الله ذو فضل على العالمين تلك آيات الله نتلوها عليك بالحق وإنك لمن المرسلين صدق الله العظيم
beautiful recitation. Beautiful. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala. So, Brother Tagu, mashallah, I see that you're taking the lead on a new Masjid Alikhlas.
Alhamdulillah.
And I see it's mashallah expanding. I see more people, performing salah in the masjid. I did once or twice. It's a very good start. So when did the masjid start exactly?
Okay. Oh, basically, let's go a little bit of history.
Okay.
So, like, we've always been, like I personally had been, has dreamed that one day I will be serving instead of being served. So, and building a masjid is always, it's not obsession. It's like negative connotation. It's like my dream. Like, so one day I need to be able to establish a masjid and serving the people and do in the cause of Allah Subhanahu wa Taala. So basically, like give benefit to others, in my life. So here in Atlanta, I met with some friends that we established, the Indonesian. I'm originally from Indonesia. So we have the Indonesian communities here that call IKMIA.
Me too. I'm from Indonesia. I'm just kidding.
Well, Indonesia cannot be defined as one features. So
yeah,
it can be.
Absolutely. Yeah, I know.
So so we have some friends that we share the same, the same dream. Then it was 2010. So we are searching.
Mashallah.
We collect money. We search. We couldn't find any place that we can even rent. So it's been like after 10 years, 12 years, we almost, forgot that dream. But suddenly last year that we have that feeling again, there are some ulama that came from Indonesia that encourage us to, build a masjid, do something about it. And then, okay, let's revive our dream. So we start searching, but mashallah, when Allah wills it, just happened like that. So one of the sisters in the Indonesian community just happened to be driving by, saw an advertisement by the road with no intention of searching. He was just driving by. She learned that all the brothers basically looking for a place for the masjid, and she happened to be like driving, seeing it, see the advertisement, and then call her husband and go visit there. And then there are 4 people already in front of them. And then it happened to be owned by another brother, Pakistani brothers, Muslim. Alhamdulillah.
Subhanallah.
And he said, don't worry, I take care of you. Because as we know that they are Muslim, the owner are Muslim. And then we told them that this is for masjid. And he said, okay, that's it. That's not it.
Say no more.
Say no more. And then we just got it and then secured it. Why that location in Norcross? Because initially, to be honest with you, we trying to build like a community center that has some masjid for Indonesian community. So Indonesia are spread all over the place in Metro Atlanta. There is no single point that I can put it in order to be close to anyone, because there's no locations that accumulations of Indonesian. So just spread all over. So the only things that unite, quote unquote, that every weekend we go to Dorafield. There is an Asian market there. There are halal places, a lot of there. So all the Indonesian Muslims will go to Dorafield every weekend, regardless. So it makes sense, right? If we look for somewhere close to Dorafield, Norcross, in Cibicarter, there are a lot of halal places over there. So that's the reason why we picked Norcross.
Yeah.
And then
that's the reason for the location.
For the location.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. And then we search, and Allah just, give us this place. Without no plan, no intensive searching. It just happened that day. And then everything make it easy. And then we can accomplish all the permit, occupation permit, everything, in 1 week. That's never ever happened. That masjid took like 1 week. People usually take months or sometimes years, to get the occupational, permit, all the security,
Yep.
Just 1 week. We were surprised. And then last year, end of Ramadan, So the night and the eve of Eid, you know, like when we do the takbir.
Yes.
That's the first time that
Allahu
we
Akbar.
use our
Yes,
masjid,
salam.
and then we have the
Subhanallah.
first Eid in that masjid.
Subhanallah.
So
What a beautiful
yeah, so
story.
it was like last year. So last year was 2013, isn't it? Yeah.
That's a beautiful story. I love it. I love it. So, so you know, I'm sure that like all masajid, you know, they all face difficulties and things that they have to overcome for the masjid to start. But sounds like in your case, there was none really. MashaAllah, in 1 week. Normally it takes close to a year to get this done.
Yeah.
But in this case, Allah made it easy, so nothing else can happen after that. Subhanallah. And but after the masjid has been established and musallin, you know about it and they go there, everything.
Yeah.
Are there any other difficulties, any issues that you guys are having to deal with, trying to resolve at this point?
Oh, yeah. The thing is, like, we rent the property, so for 2 years.
Okay.
So we rented the location that we have right now for 2 years, and they said they're not willing to extend it. You know, like 2 years, you want to sell it. There's no more extension. There's no possibility for extension. So, but nevertheless, you know, like the landlord told us that we are priority, of course, because we already occupy the location, but there's no possibility for extension. So now, like, we already 1 year, right? So we only have 1 year
Ooh.
to collect the money to purchase the property. So right now,
Is it the same property or a different one?
the same property,
Okay.
you know, the same property, because they don't want to extend it. So
They want to sell it, not rent it.
yeah, they want to sell it after the rent expire. So the landlord want to sell it, and since we are already there, we are be like in priority to
Got it.
purchase it.
Got it.
So right now, we are thinking to raise the money, you know, at least 20% so that we can get for the down payment,
Down payment.
and then work with some, you know, like a guidance out or
Yeah.
stuff
inshallah,
like that. So
inshallah.
we just get it. But inshallah, we believe that will, you know, if Allah wills, nothing is difficult.
Of course.
And we have a lot of brothers here that may want to participate, inshallah,
Inshallah.
you know, to build the house of Allah.
Inshallah.
Because when we started off this masjid, sometimes we need the fools to do it. You know, based on our calculation, our money in hand at that time, we only have 2 months. But now, mashallah, you know, the donations coming from everywhere,
Subhanallah.
and even people that I don't know.
Of course. Sometimes it's better. Actually, it really is always better to donate anonymously than if you want the reward from Allah Subhanahu wa Taala.
Mashallah, yeah.
So this is a call on all of our Muslim brothers and sisters, and they don't have to be in America. It's really everywhere, because
Yes.
this is going on YouTube, and maybe we have brothers and sisters somewhere in the Middle East or anywhere else who love helping or lending a helping hand in masajid, because masjid, if you it's sadaqah jariyah, so whatever they will give for this masjid to be established and to stay operational, is going to be a sadaqah jariyah. Sadaqah jariyah is very important for us as Muslims, because it continues to give us the reward even after we pass away, and you know, so continues. So we encourage our brothers and sisters to donate for this cause, and if you decide to donate, we're going to display contact information for the masjid. I assume you guys have Zelle or some other.
Yes. We'll have
Inshallah.
flyers that
Inshallah.
you can display in the YouTube.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
So we will display a flyer that contains all the information for the masjid. Worst case scenario, if you need to get in touch with me, my email is in the channel about. If you go to about, there's an email for the channel, which comes to me as well, and I can, you know, find the brothers and give whatever message that you need to give to them. So may Allah help us and make us among those who donate and help to build the masajid. وَإِنَّ الْمَسَاجِدَ لِلَّهِ فَلَا تَدْعُوا مَعَ اللَّهِ أَحَدًا. So those masajids are the houses of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they are places for Muslims to gather. It's a community center, so it's not only masjid, but
Yes.
they will be teaching Quran maybe in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you will have some
Yeah,
programs.
let me. That one is I think is important information. You know, like we might initially start it up by some Indonesian, but the masjid now is more international communities,
MashaAllah.
diverse. We have Africans, we have Arabs, we have Chinese, we have
MashaAllah.
white people. You know, like even there are several people that already converted to Islam in
MashaAllah.
our masjid, mashallah. So it's very diverse, and everyone feel like home because we are welcoming this masjid, this house of Allah. We just acting like I'm a servant,
Of
you know.
course,
So
of
we're
course.
just giving service. So it's not like company. So it's
course,
a masjid,
of
it's
course,
house
yeah.
of Allah. So yeah, and surprisingly, like when we established the first time, we didn't know if there is any people around the area, but it turned out a lot of people, a lot of Muslim brothers,
Subhanallah.
families
Appeared.
and then one by one, even in this Ramadan, I think it's 10 or 15 people, families,
Every single night. there
every
is
single there's new faces.
Subhanallah.
And they say, I live 2 minutes from here, I live 5 minutes from here, I live,
You know, they
Mashallah.
always say, mashallah, they say build a masjid and Muslims will show up.
yeah.
So that's exactly what's happening. here.
Exactly.
Exactly what
that's
happened.
happening.
And then there are some families just across the street. They never know. So now
Yeah.
I'm blessed with this masjid because this masjid make me easy for me. Because going to other masjid before Maghrib is always a traffic jam. Going to from our location, going to the closest will be Madinah, like a global mall. That's a very bad traffic jam. So right now I can go in 2 minutes. That's it. I can pray in the masjid. This is
Subhanallah.
what they said. So yeah, Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So with that, we can conclude. Do you have anything else to add?
Yeah, and the other things I want to share about the community centers.
Okay.
Basically, we built this masjid with 4 pillars. The 4 pillars is religious pillars, business, educations, and community service.
MashaAllah.
So we are envision that our masjid will not build a big masjid. It's just enough for the praying, but we want to build like Islamic school or boarding school for the Islamic, education.
Gotcha.
And then we're planning to have our own business, like a small shop or anything that can be a little bit self-sufficient. Of course,
Yeah,
it's
of course.
always open with the donation, but also trying to be
That would
self-sufficient
be
to
good.
possible.
That would be good.
And the fourth one is the service, the social service. So we are thinking about to have cross-funding, like a clinic. Like if you have money, you pay the full cost. If you don't have money, you might be free.
Yes.
It's,
That's good. That's good.
It's like
I like
cross
that.
subsidizing.
Very good.
And then we have when we throw the ideas to the communities, and everyone's standing up and say, "Hey, my wife is doctor, my brother is
MashaAllah,
doctor,
MashaAllah.
this one is doctor." We can also have like the law consulting. So,
Very
my
smart.
son is lawyer,
I like
my
that.
friend is lawyers. It was like suddenly everyone is like stepping up.
Subhanallah.
So
Beautiful.
everyone said this is a very good idea. They said if we can have a social service, not only for Muslim but to all the communities to show that we are actually rahmatan lil alamin.
Subhanallah. Naam. Jazakallah khair, brother. That was very good. May Allah reward us all, inshallah,
Ameen.
and
Ameen,
help
Ya
us to do what's good and righteous.
Ameen. Ameen.
Jazakumullah khair. Brothers and sisters in Islam, Jazakumullah khair for watching. And inshallah, we will meet you again with another masjid. But inshallah, they will not appear out of nowhere like those brothers. So inshallah, they will come through the door like normal, civilized people. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Walaikum salam.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
سلام سلام كمسك الختام عليكم حبابنا يا كرام ومن ذكرهم أنسنا في الظلام ونور لنا بين هذا الأنام سكنتم فؤادي وربي العباد وأنتم منائي وأقصى المراد تسعدوني بصفو الوداد وهل تمنحوني شريف المقام